Welcome to Loanmarq. I'm Paul.
And I'm Keith.
And today, we're going to show you how to make $1 million with loan.
No, we're not. We're doing a Loanmarq training video.
Oh, training. Push-ups?
No, training on how to use Loanmarq.
How to use Loanmarq. Right. Now I know. Now I got it. We're going to show them the master admin portal.
That's correct.
Right? Okay.
That is correct.
And the first screen is the dashboard?
It is. It's the dashboard where you can go and see all the statistics for your entire financial
Fuel
institution.
gauge, speedometer.
No, not a car dashboard. It's a Loanmarq dashboard. It just shows statistics for the loans and the users that you have going on in your financial institution. That includes every branch.
Statistics for the entire institution. How many users, how many loans, all that type of thing.
That's correct.
Excellent. Let's move along here. That's great.
Speaking of branches, we're going to show you really quickly how to create a branch, because that's where it starts at. You have to have at least one branch. Even if you're just a one-branch shop, you have to create your branch, and this is where you come to do that.
And you want me just to enter some stuff just to show them real quick?
Yeah, just enter stuff real quick. Basically, all you need to do is fill out the simple information of name, address, phone number, city, state, and zip code. And once you have done all this, you would create...
You can go ahead. I don't have to finish.
You would create the branch here and click that button, and then it pops up and says that the branch was successfully created. So
I love the green bar. Our engineers did an outstanding job on that.
I know. You absolutely adore that green bar for some reason. I understand. Basically, you go back to your branch list, and that's where you would see your branch created. And here you see that we have several branches created.
This isn't branches how most people perceive branches, like tree branches.
No, this is not that. This is the branches like an east and west branch of your financial institution.
So we don't want to call them limbs?
No, we don't want to call them limbs.
Branches. Excellent. Okay.
And when you come to the branch list, you can see the specific statistics for that branch. For example, it shows how many loans you have in origination, processing, underwriting, and how many loans you have in closing, and how many you have 5 days from closing.
Statistics again, numbers, good. Let's go on. That's all excellent information.
You can see on the left side here, you have some icons that you can click on. We'll go to the pipeline first. The pipeline is going to show you the specific loans that you have going for that branch, and that branch only.
And those loans I see in summary form, borrower name, property address, how many days left until, is that closing?
It's days left until closing.
Okay, great. And the date the loan was created and the stage the loan's in. We'll get into all that later as far as how to get into that loan and do stuff like that.
We will. And you can see on the days left here, it turns red when you get closer to closing.
Isn't that under 5 days?
It's under 5 days. Once it's under 5 days, it'll turn red to kind of give you a warning and say, hey, this loan's coming up. You need to get everything wrapped up because you're about to close it. Going back to the branch list, you can see here the transfer loans.
Why would anybody want to give their loans to another company? I don't understand. Why would
No. That's not what we're talking about. We're talking about transferring inside of Loanmarq between users.
Okay, good. That would have been a major flaw I would see with Loanmarq.
That would have been a huge flaw.
Okay. So transfer all loans basically from one user type to the same user type.
That's correct. What you would do is you would select who you'd like to transfer from, select who you would like to transfer to, and then click transfer. Once you've done that, all loans have been transferred.
Very nice, very nice. And you get the green bar again.
Again, your fabulous green bar pops up.
Apparently the green bar shows up every time you do something right.
Yes.
And if I do something wrong, which I normally do.
Yes, you probably guessed it. A red bar will pop up and tell you that you've done something incorrect.
That's excellent. Man, our engineers are really smart with all that. I applaud them. What's next, Keith? Let's move along.
After that, we'll go back to the manage users, and this is where you, as the branch admin, you're going to...
we're going to give them lunch breaks. We're going to, hire people, HR files.
No, that's not that type of user management. What we're talking about is user management of the profiles within Loanmarq.
Oh, I see. Okay. I'm getting ahead of myself, but I'm glad you're teaching this. Good. Okay, continue.
Okay, here's where you'll come to create all new users. And what you'll need to do is if you have several different branches, you'll need to create an administrator for each of those branches. Other than that, you can create any other user type you would like to, except you don't have to. You can leave that up to your branch administrators to create the loan officers and loan processors and underwriters. We'll go in and show you really quickly how you do that. All you technically have to have is a first, a last name, and then an email address. And after that, all users can input all their information on their own.
Very easy. All you got to do is a couple things. No unnecessary data entry. We'll let everybody else create that stuff.
That's correct. We try to make it as simple as possible for you.
Very intuitive.
Very intuitive.
I like that word too, Keith. Intuitive is a great word.
We'll go back to the branch list again, and the last icon that you'll see here is a delete branch.
Yes,
I know this is
my
one of your personal favorites.
I love delete branch. Destroy stuff, get rid of it all. Correct me if I'm wrong. If you click delete branch, it gets rid of every user, every loan, all data. Is that correct?
That is correct. When you click it, it will get rid of everything. However, it will pop up a warning to make sure that you realize that you are going to delete everything in here.
Good. Fail safes. I need a lot of fail safes.
Exactly.
Well, good. Well, let's talk about just a little bit more. Let's go back to the pipelines of those master admins pipeline, because I have a couple questions. For instance, I saw the address book. What does that little address book under actions do?
What that does is that shows you all the contacts for that specific loan, and it's anything from the mortgage personnel to all the vendors that are attached to that loan. What you'll also see is you'll see the closing date on the right-hand side. It'll tell you the date that is expected to close.
Very nice. So the master admin, if they wish, can keep track of every loan in the pipeline, expected closing dates, those types of things. Excellent.
That's correct.
The stage button and the hyperlink on the borrower's name, tell me about those real quick.
That will take you into the same view as what the borrower sees. These are completely to look at. You can't make any changes or any updates to them.
Right. Other users are responsible for editing the loans.
That's correct.
The master admin, we only want them to view because they don't really have time really to do the loans.
That's correct. And as you can see, that we break the loan down into 4 stages: originating, processing, underwriting, and closing. There's all the slide tabs on the left-hand side here that move them through the loan.
You know what my favorite stage is?
What's that?
Processing.
Why is that?
I just like to process stuff, and I think it's good. So, and I noticed that obviously on all these pages at the bottom, again, you get the full contact information.
That's correct.
Of everybody in the loan.
You can see again here everybody that's attached to the loan, both your mortgage personnel and then every vendor that's attached to the loan.
Great. Well, great. Well, tell me, I know that we've been through a lot of these tabs, but the next one would be the milestone tabs. Tell me about the milestones and all those check boxes. What's going on there?
There are 71 milestones as we have.
71 milestones?
71. It's a
lot. And Loanmarq handles this all automatically?
It's completely automatic, and it's controlled here.
I couldn't keep up with 71 different things.
Definitely. You definitely could not.
Okay.
And that's why we've put something like this in place. Basically, this is what controls your emails and your text messages that go out to your users. If the check is in the box, that means it will email. If the check has been taken off, obviously it won't email. So you can email as much or as little as you would like to your users.
Excellent. That's great to know. Tell me a little bit quickly. I know it took you an hour worth of training time. The logout link. I don't fully still grasp that, but if you could just explain it to them, and hopefully I'll get it later on.
Paul, again, it's really easy. It just simply logs you out.
Okay. Well, maybe I'll get it one day, maybe I won't, but let's move on. Edit my profile, last link.
As you can see here, when you click on the edit my profile, it shows your information as the branch admin. It shows your name and your company information.
And I can change this information?
You can change this information.
I can change my name?
If you really wanted to, you could, yes.
Legally?
No, not legally. You probably just confuse yourself. But what you can change is you can change your phone number and your fax number. If for some reason those ever change, you can come here and change those. Also, as you can see right here, there's a change password. If for some reason you ever decide that you want to change your password, you can come here and do that securely.
Very nice, very nice. Well, thank you for taking us through the Master Admin Portal, Keith, and helping us along with it and training our folks on how to use it. And remember, if you ever have any questions whatsoever about Loanmarq, how to use it, and need support, you can email us, support@loanmarq.com. You can also visit us on the web, www.loanmarq.com/support.